Honestly, until I started researching this episode, I didn't realize how big this holiday was. And today we will be talking about St. Patrick's Day.
People are spending in US 5.8 billion on St. Patrick's Day.
But I never thought about this aspect as a sustainability aspect. This is huge.
A few weeks before the holiday, test it out and make it relevant for St. Patrick's Day. Your conversion might go up.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Email Einstein, the podcast by Flowium. We are your host, Vira Sadlak.
And Andriy Boychuk.
We've got to change this intro, Andriy. Every
Why?
Time, it's the same
what
thing every
time.
What
should they say?
I don't know. We need to make it more festive, I guess, no?
What does festive mean? More
fun, more fun, more party in the intro. We'll talk about it. But anyways, you guys, we're happy to have you back with us.
And the co-host, the man, the myth of email marketing industry, Claudio, expert. Would you like that kind of introduction?
Love that for you, Andriy. Love that for you. Cool. So maybe next time you'll hear us doing something different. Well, anyways, you guys, we're so happy to have you back with us in this studio. No, it's not a studio. I'm recording from my living room. But anyways, we have an office. Yeah. We have a fun little topic to discuss with you today, Andriy. Do you know what we're going to be discussing today? Just introduce the topic.
Sure, but let's catch up because I have a lot to share. I'm still excited after yesterday's event. So we were hosting with Rain City Agency, actually your local brand. By the way, you should meet the founder. I didn't know, but fun fact about them, that she's the first female started Shopify development agency in Europe, and I believe she's still the one in the entire Europe. Yeah, it's a cool. Yeah, but we did the photo shoot for 3 hours. We did 10 to 15 slots photo shoots for brands. So a lot of people came in, around closer to 40 people showed up, and then we had happy hour, and then we had private dinner, which was amazing. And I met so many amazing people. Just cool people. And I expected that we will be talking more about business, but we were just discussing kind of everything, which was
life
fun.
And stuff. Wow, that's exciting.
Do you like to attend networking events?
Absolutely. Yeah, I do. And actually in Vancouver, my husband and I, we organized a few events like this. But here in London, I need to start from scratch. But there is honestly so much is happening in this city, every day. Few days ago, I actually attended the event of my all-time favorite blogger. And she's actually the founder of a really cool brand called Intelligent Change. You might have heard about them. They have this 5-minute journal and productivity planner. It's actually their second business. The first one they exited a few years ago very successfully, but this is their new business. They are huge actually, and I went to her workshop, which was amazing. And I love living in the city where everything is happening. It's pretty much like living in New York. I've never had this experience of living in one of the capitals of the world, which is cool. Yeah, I understand the hype now. Yeah.
So I did the 5-minute journal once when I was big on, it was a Pat Flynn podcast, and he introduced it to me, and I did. It's a very cool practice routine, and we do something. We took something to my family. Right now, almost every dinner with kids, we asking what are your highlights from the day, and kids are sharing. My 4-year-old, awesome. she's sometimes shares very. For adults simple things, but I think it's powerful.
No, it's lovely. They actually do have a 5-minute journal for kids as well, and this conversation cards that you can use over the dinner. So your girls might like it. Cool. But anyways,
nice.
Today's topic. I'm kind of excited about this topic.
And honestly, you're rushing to talk about business.
Yeah, business first, Andriy.
This is how we make money.
We just don't want to bore you guys with our exciting lives,
I don't give a word to say to Vira, but by the way, let us know if we are boring you, as Vira said, or not. Would you like to hear what's going on in our life, in the business, behind the scenes?
Oh gosh, I can give you so many updates, you guys. Just let me know if you want to hear them. But today's topic was kind of inspired by you, Andriy, because honestly, until I started researching this episode, I didn't realize how big this holiday was. And today we will be talking about St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, so I was like shocked to realize that apparently in the States, it's probably even bigger than in Ireland, the place where this
Yeah.
where this holiday
We have a
started.
parade. We have a parade in New York, like entire like you have like Macy's. I'm not as big as Macy's parade, but like they closing the street. People on March of 17th, you go to New York City, to Manhattan, and everybody is green. Everybody, like you're
It's
from
insane.
Ireland or not, everybody is green.
No, actually, what I learned that they just started celebrating this holiday like as a holiday in Ireland back in like 60s or 80s or something, but the US was celebrating it with a parade long time before that. Apparently in Ireland it was like a big Catholic holiday because St. Patrick he's like a symbol of Ireland or whatever. But yeah, they've never had this like huge party, so that's like Americans who started this. And in fact,
Listen,
Andriy, yeah.
in America, I think it's more about drinking. Like drinking, it's like for all adults, because I heard a bunch of stories like where a wife or a husband say, "Hey, I'll be going out for St. Patrick. Don't wait for me." And like it's like excuse to be wasted.
And that's funny that you mentioned about the New York parade. I didn't realize that New York parade is actually the biggest St. Patrick's Day parade in the freaking world. It's bigger than in Europe. It's bigger than in Ireland. It's bigger than in Chicago. And Chicago is like pretty like going all in on that parade as well. But apparently New York knows how to party.
Do
New
you
Yorkers
know
how
that they
to
paint
party
the
green.
water? Do you know
In
they paint the
Chicago.
water in green?
I think it was in Chicago, no?
Yeah, it is.
And actually, I have a fun fact about it. Okay, Andriy, let's turn it into the game. So, like, guess how many pounds of green dye they are using every year to turn Chicago River green? So, answer
Come
A,
on.
40 pounds.
Okay, go.
Answer B, 10 pounds. Answer C, 100 pounds.
It's tricky. Let's do 40.
Yes, and you are right. They used to do like
Oh, wow.
100 pounds of like green vegetable dye, and it's like completely disposable, and it's like a vegetable based, right? So it's safe, but it still had like a very big impact on environment. So they cut it down to 40, which honestly, it still looks very impressive. Every time I see that river, it looks just like the river in the city where I grew up, to be honest. Brings some
So I
good memories.
checked people are spending in US 5.8 billion on St. Patrick Day. So it's 5
Insane.
times smaller than St. Valentine's Day, which is, I mean, understandable, but still
Expectable, yeah.
5.8 billion. It's a lot. And today what we prepare, actually Vira prepared, and I'm just following along, seven ideas and email examples you can, like campaigns you can run for St. Patrick's Day. So
Yeah,
Vira,
so-
let's start.
Yeah, let's start from like a very basic one and kind of obvious, but believe me, you can turn this strategy fun. So a very popular strategy to do on St. Patrick Day is to run a sale. But listen, you don't have to do the good old boring discount code sale or whatever. You can be creative. For example, a lot of brands are doing some like random number. For example, like 17% off at a checkout. 17 because 17 is like connected to March
date.
17, I guess. Yeah. So you can go with that theme, or you can do something different. You can do like a surprise discount code because of this entire theme of like luck and surprise and like kind of like this stuff. And yeah, you can be very creative with that. There's actually one more campaign idea that I want to share with you. But Andriy, do you have any like memorable designs that you enjoyed, like for
I don't have an example of like to show, but I remember those those opt-in methods, like where you have to scratch. So I know some brand, again spacing out the name, but they were using that, like you need to kind of scratch to win. So basically which
cool.
related to the luck of St. Patrick's Days.
Yeah, it's very well connects with the topic of the holiday. I really enjoyed this campaign. If you're watching us on YouTube, you'll see it on your screens. If you're not watching us on YouTube, why are you not watching us on YouTube? But anyways, we're going to walk you through this design. This design is actually from the brand called Two Blind Brothers. And the entire like idea of this company is like pretty cool. To be honest, I just learned about it like a few days ago, but apparently they are big. So basically in this campaign, you are shopping blind to basically like test your luck. So you have three options, $29, $59, and $199. And you're shopping blind. They are saying like shopping blind is like having a pot of gold delivered to your doorstep. So you're spending certain amount of money with the brand, but you don't know what you're getting. And this is like kind of a surprise. But actually, I was like, at first, I was like turned off by this idea. Yeah.
What are you selling? I don't get it.
They are actually selling this like the softest, I don't know, like the softest shirts in the world or whatever. But the concept of their brand is pretty cool. So they are called the Two Blind Brothers, and all of their proceeds from the sales are going to Foundation Fighting Blindness to help cure the blindness. 100% of that like organization money are going to that foundation of like finding the blindness. But actually, the idea is that you are buying something that you can see. So they say, we promise you'll get something you love. If you don't think it's perfect, you can return it. No questions asked. So basically, this is like a fun way of like gamifying maybe like the non-for-profit donations. But basically, you can pick whether you're getting $29 worth of products, $59 or $199. You don't know exactly what you're getting. But if you don't like it, you can just return it. But I really like this idea. Yeah.
I do love it a lot. Not sure how to kind of type for other brands, but I also love their mission. But also, in addition, when you buy, kind of not seeing what you're buying, it's like, like almost that experience of blind person. Because even
it's a good metaphor, right? It's a very good metaphor. I love their branding. I love the St. Patrick's Day email. And actually, what I didn't realize, Andriy, and I just like read about this like email design, that all of their email designs are obviously accessible. So blind people, they can read these emails through special software that reads emails out loud, right? And also, even if you have like problems with like contrast, you can see like a high contrast or whatever, you would be still able to read this email because it uses this like high contrasting colors. It has this like green on dark black. So it's like easier on eyes if you have some sort of vision impairment. So yeah, I love their branding, love their idea. Yeah.
Want to discover how much money your email marketing can actually bring you? If that's the case, let our team of email marketing experts show you how. With our free email marketing audit, we'll conduct a comprehensive analysis of your email marketing efforts, provide you with an action plan, and show you how to effectively segment and convert your audience. Simply go to flowium.com/audit and book your audit today.
What is the next strategy here?
The next one is kind of obvious, but I love that. Go green or go home. So yeah, so very obvious and safe decision on St. Patrick's Day to go like all green. And I know, Andriy, that you are a big advocate of having these emails very like visually.
But I misunderstood what you just said. Go green, or like I was thinking about like color green.
Yes, and that's actually the color green. Yes, this strategy, we're going to be talking about the color green, but in next strategy.
Oh, not sustainability green, correct?
Oh, okay. Thank you for spoiling strategy number 3, Andriy.
Okay, so I misunderstood.
Yeah, in this strategy, I was specifically talking about the color green because this is like the biggest symbol of this holiday, right? And I know that you are a big advocate of emails communicate that like messaging through color, like we talked about like Valentine's Day, right?
Yeah, if you could argue with me about Valentine's Day, and here there's no argument, you have to put something green on.
Yeah, it's kind of required at this point, right? Yeah, so if you have green product, definitely feature it. This company, Pulp and Press, I think they're selling like raw, fresh juices or like juices shots. They actually took it the whole step further. First of all, their email is all green and looking nice. but also they are pretty much promoting their Green Cleanse program or like the Green Cleanse products in this email. So you can get it with some sort of like a discount specifically for St. Patrick's Day, which I think is really cool.
Okay. Then let me cover the spoil strategies.
Please do that.
Like go green, but not now. We're talking not about the color, but we're talking about the mission of some kind of sustainability. Either it's packaging, it's like no return policy, stuff like that. More people I'm talking to, they don't realize that returning products affects environment. Because
I never thought about it, Andriy.
Oh, it's a big issue.
Explain that.
I mean, listen, so you receive a package, correct?
Right.
They probably ship it via like plane, like truck. There was emission in the air, and like returning, you almost doubling that impact on the environment. And also you need to repackage it. It's a big thing. There's like statistics on the internet about that. But I do return products if I don't need them, but I buying with cautious. But I know some people who like buy a lot of stuff and they like, because I can return it, and they keep only one item. They, let's say, buy 5 pairs of jeans and just pick one.
Yeah, well, because for you guys, it's easier. Like my husband yesterday, he literally ordered 5 pairs of shorts, but he kept them all. So he like purposefully ordered 5 pair of shorts. But my husband, he's shaped like SpongeBob. He's like rectangular, So for him, it's like super easy to buy shorts.
He's not listening. I'm glad
he is.
He's not
I'm
listening.
going to make him. No, he's listening. But yeah, I mean, for guys, it's like easier to buy like stuff. And he's very like low maintenance in like fashion terms. But for me, very often it just doesn't fit. It doesn't look good. But I never thought about this like aspect as a sustainability aspect. This is like huge. I never thought about it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a strategy some brands are using green. Like, I'm not sure how it's related for St. Patrick Day, but it's related kind of to the color, like, or a play of words, green.
Yeah, totally.
Because honestly, on St. Patrick is like, might be one of the least sustainable holiday because people drinking using a lot of plastic cups, like drinking beers, like whole Manhattan covered in those plastic cups.
Yeah, so maybe that's the angle that you can talk about. But I really like this email by Bergson where they are promoting their like a self-charging backpack, believe it or not. So it's basically like a backpack with like a panel on the back that is charging. And yeah, they created this like entire email and they specifically featured their green product, although they do have like multiple options. But yeah, if you have like green products, definitely feature them for St. Patrick's Day. Some brands are even taking it like a step further and they are launching specific products for St. Patrick's Day. I'm obsessed with this email by Chubbies. Every year for St. Patrick's Day, they are launching this like cute Irish flag colors overalls for men, or I guess they're gender neutral. But yeah, this is the product that you can exclusively buy around St. Patrick's. It sells out very fast, and basically your only chance is to buy it around the holidays, or you'll have to wait until the next year. So yeah, I think it's kind of cute. And the design is funny, as always.
Cool. You have another example from Homage? How do you say it? Homage? And I'm just curious about their price. It's $20.16. Why is that? Do you know?
I have no idea. I mean, I don't know what their pricing strategy is. I assume they went down for the holidays. But yeah, they also are launching, I assume, some holiday themed products around St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So another big thing is obviously incorporating other holiday elements. So it doesn't have to be like all green. You can go with a theme of gold because apparently gold is also like one of the symbols of that holiday. It's a pot of gold kind of theme. You can include this like lucky shamrocks in your designs. Some companies are taking it like step further and they are even like not rebranding, but changing some elements on their website. The easiest thing that you can do is probably change your opt-in forms for the holidays because they are like super easy to redesign. You can do some You can maybe like change some opt-ins for like Wheelio kind of pop-ups. Where your customer can actually like win the discount code in a way, or you can like gamify this entire experience of opting into the list.
Yeah, and Willio, or those like if you're not familiar what Willio is, it's basically the roulette playing on the side of your screen, and like giving a chance for a person to win a discount. And honestly, it was overused so much that it's not effective anymore. However, holidays is exceptional, so you might try it only for, let's say, like a few weeks before the holiday, and test it out and make it relevant for St. Patrick's Day, and your conversion might go up.
Yeah, and in general, I like this like topic of like lucky day. So you can say something like it's your lucky day on the opt-in method. I really like this email by Siwana, I think. I don't know how to pronounce this brand, to be honest. But they did have this like really cool email that basically where you could win different discount codes. It was saying like feeling lucky, a secret offer awaits. What will you get? And you could click on CTA and it would reveal the deal. I'm not sure if that deal was the same for their entire list, or maybe they somehow like randomized that process. But I bet this type of strategy would help you with improving your click-through rates a lot, because it adds that little bit of like spiciness and like fun into your emails.
By the way, can you stay on that? I just got the idea how people can do it from technical perspective. So basically, if you're listening and not watching, as Vira said, why you are not watching us, but if you're listening and driving a car, so please don't watch, just listen. So it's an email, and there's three options: the gift box, the question mark, and percentage sign.
Right.
And at the bottom, there's call to action, the button called reveal the deal. So if you want everybody who's clicking to go to three different options, what you can do, you recreate this email as a split test, A, B, C, right. And in each version, put different link to different offer. And this is like just to split test which offer is, where people took action. But it would be hard, to compare, because they don't know what you're like, what the discount.
You can still track the conversion, right? You can still see whether or not people like converted and what converted better, the percentage discount, like dollar discount, or like a freebie. So yeah, it's actually a very interesting, a very simple strategy to implement now when I think about it.
Yeah, anybody can do it. And actually, we should tell the team and probably try it for some of our clients.
Yeah, that would require some work on clients' end, right? They'll need to like set up like different like landing pages, or somehow communicate the discount code to the customers. Yes. But it's still a really cool idea, and you can like literally duplicate that like same landing page and just like adjust it slightly. So yeah. And obviously another big strategy is going Irish. Anything Irish themed would work perfectly around this holidays. I really like this email. I think it was by Death Wish Coffee. Andriy, do you know about them? Have you tried it?
I have not tried them, but I knew the director of marketing or the director of retention. I met him on the conference. Oh, I met him at the Klaviyo Boston with you. We were passing by and I just stopped him and say hello. It was a long time ago. It was 2018.
Maybe, I don't remember. It was, years ago. But they are doing an amazing job with their emails. And I really loved this email that they created for St. Patrick's Day, where they basically shared their best recipe for Irish coffee, which is like honestly super simple.
Nice.
Just like mix coffee and whiskey and whatever, and you're good to go. But it was still very like nicely tied together, right? So you would think like what coffee company could do for Irish holiday, but apparently you can be creative with that.
Actually, yesterday I was hanging out with 3 Irish from Ireland, not living here, but they came from Ireland, from a company called Dataship. We're about to partner up with them. But also, fun fact, for this Christmas, I got twice gift boxes from Ireland directly with all Irish products.
Like, they are doing an amazing job with marketing. I didn't realize that, but Ireland is not a big country. There are maybe like, I don't know, like 7 million people. I need to check that number, but it's not a big country. But like wherever you would go in the world, you would see an Irish pub. I kid you not. We've been to Irish pub at the base camp freaking Everest. Can you imagine? Like literally at the base camp of Everest, they have Irish pub. And their brand is like so strong. It's amazing. I've never been to Ireland. It's on my list. I'll probably go there for a weekend or something because it's like so close. But yeah, those guys are doing an amazing job with branding.
So I asked yesterday, I said, like, what is Irish cuisine? Like, if I want to go there to eat some food, like, what kind of, like, what should I expect? They responded, like, it was so fun. I would not be able to repeat that, but I was saying, what is Irish cuisine? What should I try? And they told me sex. And I'm like, well, excuse me? What do you mean? And they're like, sex. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, don't go to Ireland for food because food is not good, but go to Ireland for sex. I'm like, what?
That's pretty bold. Yeah. I mean, I feel like they're a national cuisine. They are.
They are bold people. They are very straightforward. They don't mess around. They like.
Right.
But I like it.
I like it. I like extent. This kind of. I enjoy that very much in Great Britain. That's like aspect of people being like direct in your face. I like, wow, that's fresh. I love that. And actually in Ireland, I would think it's going to be something like the national cuisine. It would be either Guinness or, I don't know, something made from potato, because that's pretty much 90% of their cuisine.
I'm not sure how people in Vancouver or Canada in general, but when you talk with people, here in the US, it's like you need to keep the social distance, not because of COVID. It's like culturally.
It's just like
there's yeah.
Like a bubble.
But with Europeans, like even in Ukraine, I didn't experience that. But with UK people, Irish people, it's like when they are talking, they're going so close to your face.
That's true. You're like, there's like no personal space in here, Andriy. Yeah, I've noticed that too, actually.
And I'm like, I feel I feel like weird because like I don't want to insult the person. And I'm from Ukraine. And I'm like, I know that like cultural difference and it's probably in their culture and it's normal. But after 20 years of living here in the US, forgot that thing.
Yeah, no, definitely. I've noticed that. And in Vancouver, that like personal space bubble is even bigger because you're living in the freaking mountains. You have like huge like spaces all to yourself. And Vancouver is only like, it's not even 1 million people. It's like 800,000 or something. It's not a big city.
Wow.
But in London, there is no such thing as like private space. But I kind of get used to it. Today, I had like the cutest story happen to me. I was going from like a supermarket because I do have to carry all of my grocery in hand because we don't have car anymore. That's a part of the beauty of living in city like London. But the random kid just like stopped and he was like, can I help you to carry that bags? I'm like, oh, that's so sweet of you. And he literally helped me carry the bags to my home. Wow. He didn't like ask for money or nothing. Maybe he was like, I'm going to help this old lady. Because he was like literally maybe like 17. I don't know. I was helping old ladies carrying stuff, but it was like so nice. And it would never happen in Vancouver because they even have the urge to help you, but they have that like appreciation for your personal space. They would never like intrude. They would never get into your personal bubble. And I kind of enjoy that here people are like closer to each other, if that makes sense. So yeah.
And it doesn't happen in New York. And if somebody offers you to help, it's like
no, thank you, sir.
To be a little bit cautious about that. I'm not saying people like, there's no good people here, but sometimes it's like can be two-sided. So yeah. Okay, let's move on.
I kind of thought about my risks, but I realized that maybe he would steal like 20 pounds worth of like eggs and milk. I was like, I'm gonna give humanity a chance, so let's give it a try. Yeah.
You're a nice
and the last
person,
strategy that we have for you guys is don't take this holiday too seriously. And what I mean by that, a lot of brands are doing an amazing job with like using humor and fun around these holidays to promote this product. I'm obsessed with this email by Harris. Andriy, have you heard of them?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I mean, they're huge. You must have heard about them. But yeah, like, basically it's like
their neighbor like next door has an office, but he shows up once every 2 months or so. So he got Harry's, and like box of Harry's was like laying there for months. So,
Oh,
yes, I'm
for
familiar.
those of you guys
familiar.
who don't know what Harry's is, it's basically like this, almost like a subscription company for shaving products. Am I right? Is that the proper
Yes,
way to
yes,
explain
yes.
what they do? Yeah.
Yes.
So kind of like a Dollar Shave Club, but more like upscale, I would think.
So
But yeah.
they're a direct competitor.
Oh, yeah? I didn't realize that. But the
Mhm.
model is very similar. They actually
Yes.
did this like super fun email a few years ago or last year where they had this like little image with the guy with the mustache drinking this like dark Irish beer, and he has some like beer left on his mustache. So basically they put this email like 162,000 pins of Irish stout are lost every year in men's mustaches. Crazy, right? We thought so too. So get a good shave this St. Patrick's Day and don't end up like this guy. And they have this like image of a very sad
Wow.
guy with like beer
I
all over
love
his
that.
face. Yeah.
It's so powerful.
It just shows you that
It's
you
so-
don't necessarily have to sell anything like green or Irish related to be relevant on that holiday, right?
Yeah, but I would say it sounds simple and like funny, but I bet they invested a lot of money and time to come up with that.
100%.
Yeah, like,
And
this
they
is-
actually did have this entire video like designated for that. And video is hilarious. If you haven't seen it, you should. Yeah, it's very funny. Cool.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I love those brands who does like cool videos for their brands. I did share the video about classic teas in the Slack channel with the team. I'm not sure if you saw it.
I haven't seen
also,
it. No.
there's did you hear? There's also a cool video about Pupurine or some kind of brand.
Potpourri.
Like
It's like the old one, right?
Yeah, the old one video.
I
but
love
the
that
classic
video.
tea, but the classic tea is like last month they come up with that video. So I'll share it after this, and we'll also include it under this in this podcast episode, so you can check it out as well. What I'm talking about. Yeah, and not sure if it's Irish related, but also about like whiskey and Irish style when they were whiskey Glenfiddich, the whiskey. They were promoting like women's power, and it's extremely powerful video as well. But also it's like really tied to Ireland.
Yeah. Well, I have another whiskey related campaign I wanted to share with you guys because I think it's like super smart, super clever and funny. So there is apparently this like brand who does whiskey for like hundreds of years. It's called Bushmills Irish Whiskey. And they basically last St. Patrick Day, what they did, they had 4 sheep, like animals, sheep, walked into like a New York bar. And that sheep had the names of, their names were like Johnny, Jack, and Jim. And basically it was after Jameson, Jim Beam, and Jack Daniels, and Johnny Walker, like the biggest whiskey brands. And this brand is very like local, small whiskey brand, but apparently really good. And they basically walked with this like 4 animals into a New York bar. All of these animals had this like names around their necks, and the activity was filmed for like this huge video. And the idea here was to play off the idiom "don't be a sheep," according to like their press release. So they basically created like a lot of hype with that little campaign with this 3 or 4 cute animals.
So they throw their competitors under the bus, in other words.
Pretty much. It's a very Irish thing to do, I'd say. So they were on brand at least. Yeah.
I see. Cool.
But this sheep, they look super cute. So I think that
Nice.
campaign worked well for them. Well, here you have it, you guys. All of the strategies you can use for St. Patrick Day. And if you have something excited that we haven't shared, but you have some exciting ideas, please do share them in our WhatsApp channel. We love a good conversation about email marketing.
And we also already line up great guests on our podcast episodes, which
Very
will be
exciting.
released like in February. So stay tuned.
Yeah, I'm very excited for us. I'm very excited for you guys to listen to these guests. The few cool episodes are coming your way very, very soon. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you
Thank you.
next week, you guys.
Bye.
Take care.
Hey, if you're watching this and you like what you see, please hit subscribe and hit the bell because it helps us grow our channel.